And my name is Viveka Hillegaart, and I'm from the Swedish Center of Animal Welfare, and I'm the director, and we are where the NordCAW has its hub, and that means we have we do the administration and we have the homepage. I will come back to that later. And we are also located at the Swedish University of Agricultural Sciences. And of course, our friends here in Finland have done a tremendous job during that last year. And I will just go through, these are the topics which have been up during the last 2 days here. And we have heard 20 presentations under these lines here, and 1 panel discussion. And I think it was just brilliant and very big variation, all different kind. But if we come to the first, let me see if I can do this, here, the of wild animals for zoonotic and epizootic diseases. I thought for my own, I'm just going to pick out some things which I thought was very interesting. And the chronic wasting diseases. Of course, we see this in our neighbor country, and we are worried in Sweden. How will it affect us? So that is something which I thought was very interesting to follow. Then on the next topic here, animal welfare in wildlife research and management, and the 3 R's. Because I'm a researcher with a background in experimental animal, so I know quite a lot about the 3 R's and have been working with those. So that to see that there have been attempts made in the wildlife aspects is very nice. And especially I would like to, I think the large carnivores, the follow-up there is something really, a lot of interesting data over a long time, which was done by ILPO. And then also the Samian ringed seal studies. I think that was extremely interesting, which I also didn't know about. So that also makes this particularly interesting. But even the wildlife captures and welfare parts by Åsa Fahlman, I think was very interesting. Where are we now? Animal welfare aspects of wildlife conservation. And there we also come back to the conservation by Jacques in the Netherlands. I think this long-term perspective was really interesting. And this is not something you can do very quickly. The years have to go by. So it was very interesting to follow that. Then we come to the next session, which was hunting and animal welfare. And of course, as an animal welfare person, you think that hunting, you know, this is something people do and they need to do, but how can we connect it? And of course, there the ethical aspects was very interesting to hear about, how we see it, and that could be followed both in this one, in number 4 here, and also in the panel discussion, which Erika and Mikko and Heli, and together with Tina, had in the afternoon yesterday. I thought it was extremely, and actually I felt welfare and hunting fits together at one point. So then we have the, today we had the welfare of semi-domesticated captive animals. Of course, all the stories about the reindeers, both in Finland and Norway and Sweden, I think it's very interesting that they are taken up all together, and both the similarities and the differences. But of course, it's a personal thing. The elephants from Myanmar was particularly interesting to me personal, as I spent 5 years in Rangoon in Burma when I was a child, and we had a big garden, and our neighbor had some elephants, and every now and then some of these elephants would come over, and there were this kind of elephants, working elephants, which they used. But that was, of course, back in time, in the late 50s and early 60s. So it's very interesting to see that maybe we can also implement some animal welfare aspects in those countries. Then we come to the next topic, which is the impact of climate change and wild animal welfare. And of course, all the presentations there affect us in our daily life and what we can see what's going on with the climate. But of course, the polar bear in Greenland and also the elephants in Kenya, that's something which we all think, you know, we need to do something against and work for in different ways. Maybe traveling there and spending your money, I don't know, which that's the best thing. Yes. So I think it was a great day, both yesterday and today. And here I just want to point out that this 2 days have been set up by Satu and Tina. And I think you could stand up here in the front. And also I think we are a steering group for NordCAW. And we met a day before, and we had a wonderful dinner and very good discussions. And all of you who are here, maybe you can stand up so the other ones can see. Yeah, all the NordCAW people who have been working now for, this is the 5th seminar which we have. And I think we should give Satu and Tina a big So this is for now here, and of course, let me see. Oops, I'm going a little bit too far. We have, of course, the NordCAW seminar number 6, which is coming up next year, and this was a special request from the Nordic Council of Ministry, where we got the funding from, both during the last 5 presentations, but also now for next year. And they wanted us to have an antibiotic and animal welfare seminar in Brussels, Belgium, next year. So we will have that in November next year. And also the program is under construction. And if anybody has some suggestions, you can mail them to us at this address. And here we also have the NordCAW homepage for those who would like to go back and look at seminars. Some of them are there, videotaped, and learn more about what we do at the NordCAW. And here also I just want to add to that here our Animal Welfare Center in Sweden. We have been given the opportunity to collaborate together with the OAA Center in Teramo, so for the animal welfare. So this is new for this year and forwards. So I hope we can also there bring some aspects of animal welfare further on. This is our building, and I hope to see you all in Brussels in November 2020. And also we all have a vision. So I think we heard about ethics and also different people from different areas coming together. Evolutionary biologist or plain biologist and more veterinary sciences and so on. So we all together, we have these aspects of ethics and animal welfare. NordCAW is of course for the region here. And we have a vision and we will fly there together. That's what it's supposed to. And of course, again, thank you very much for hosting this meeting.